Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host Brian.
It's going, buddy.
Survivor 47, episode 8. He's all that. Make sure you are like and subscribe here, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all at the reality, guys, for all your Survivor coverage, all of your reality TV coverage. We are in the jury era, Brian. Everyone from now on counts, and that obviously adds a level of intrigue. We also did get the return of Survivor auction and a pretty meaty Survivor
Yeah.
auction, Brian. We got a ton of rounds. I do think, though, it probably makes sense to address tribal council, to address the elimination. So, Sam and Sierra have been verbal targets the entire game,
Mhm.
right? The rumors have been going around. They have held decent amount of power. They had Andy, who decided he was going to be pretty woman Andy, and become a butterfly and turn on the people who kept him safe. But that, alas, we'll get to that. We ended up going into a tiebreaker situation with Sam and Sierra, with ultimately Sierra going home. I understand why the tribe did it. As a viewer, I'm a little bummed. I thought she was a really good competitor. Brian, what was your just take on the whole situation?
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. She's even said out I'm I didn't know I was the biggest threat. I didn't think she was a big threat, but again, it's just completely different these days. And it was definitely interesting to see like them be tied, and she was able to vote because Sam didn't have his vote, losing it from the auction. So that was definitely interesting. I thought that was like a lock that she'd be good, but she was not. So that to me, I think was what would surprise me the most. Is why would you not get rid of Sam? Is because Kyle's just kind of running away with it. I think Kyle could win like it's so many Muni challenges coming up now.
They don't worry, and I've noticed this a lot in recent seasons. Unless somebody is some hulking monster, they don't recognize physical threats. I mean, again, you saw that challenge again today, Sue and Kyle. Sue's a powerhouse.
Yeah,
She's a monster. She's strong as hell. She's like perfect, small, big arms,
I was
right?
happy for her.
Shoulders. Like she is got that kind of crap locked in. And Kyle, man, again, the lean, no fat. He's the bucket he was carrying. Like it's not like he didn't lose a lot of weight. He was already skinny when he rolled in
Right.
there. So it wasn't like some fat person that in an original and old season they would have been like 30 days in, they might have actually lost like 20, 30 pounds. This it's
Right.
like day 15.
Yeah.
Man, how much weight can you lose in 2 weeks?
So he's been safe like 2 out of 3 weeks or 3 out of 4 weeks.
No,
Like
3 straight weeks.
how is that not a target to anybody?
Well, no, he is now. He
That's what
knows
I
it
don't
too.
understand.
Well, he is now. I mean, but to be fair, like he hasn't been
Let's
able
see.
to be targeted
I know,
though.
yeah, that's right. But no one, I guess because it's not an option. It hasn't been
He,
talked about, but it's just
but
weird. It hasn't even been spoken of once. Like,
you
oh, if
know,
he's not safe, we're
wa-
going after him.
winning one is whatever. Even two in a row, I think they how the one worked out last week. It wasn't like some
Yeah,
dominating thing either. So that kind of it felt he didn't win, right? He
yeah,
came
yeah.
in
Like
first on
that's
the
losing.
second place
Yeah,
team. So again, not dominating, but again to be one of the top two again today, people are like, crap. Like if we, they're only in the top 10. But if they let him get into the top eight, top seven, like this dude could immunity himself into the final because we know the end game challenges are always like the things they did today. They're
yeah,
always balancing things, standing
mhm,
things. It's
yeah,
not going to be like a 12 course obstacle course strength type thing when there's four of them left, five
right,
of them left.
yeah.
They're going to balance
I mean,
one foot.
I'm not mad about it. I like him. Both two people won today that I liked. Like I really love Sue. I want to see Sue as long as we possibly can, and Kyle. So
I think Saul's
and
thriving
Saul. I
again
like
now,
Saul.
too.
Yeah, obviously, Saul is safe. He wasn't even an option, but I like Saul.
A lot of very funny shots of Saul just smiling while he was
Uh,
eating his
I
various
have
foods.
the thumbnail will be him like biting into that pie.
Yeah,
I had a good
he's
shot
just
of that.
so smart. He's so happy. But again, I do like that the auction does have that level of strategy as far as the getting not getting left with anything. The safest thing always is to just blow the load on the first two to three if you have a high number. If
Yeah.
you have a top two or three, you have to just spend it on the first two or three and just get out of there, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Outside of getting stuck with the random $60 buyback thing. But I I like that this one went long. I really hate the random rule of
Yeah.
rounds. I get that they have to do it, but I think the minimum should be like,
Should be eight, like at
yeah,
least.
exactly. Instead of five, it should be at
Yeah.
least eight. And frankly, I don't really want them to have a lot of nasty ones. I don't the nasty to me. I want to see these people just bid on food. I think it's funnier.
Yeah. I miss the days when they used to like bid on a bath, like a warm bath or like a idol. Why they're not using an idol? I know there was one in her cheeseburger, but I want them to bid on an idol because that's when people would save all their money, and then you're kind of running the risk of like I have a lot of money left.
They need
You
to
know
have
what I mean?
sponsorships with like Call of Duty. It's like, yeah, you get to play zombies for an
Something.
hour,
It's just
air conditioning for an hour. Like you said, a shower.
yeah.
Um, Sleep in a bed tonight, like that type of
Yeah, they
crap.
need to
Like
have some of those things in there, and I think people would hoard their money more. And you, like, I like the idea you want to spend your money, but like, I think like you need to like at the end have some ones that like, oh, I'm really saving, and then maybe get screwed there or something. Like,
dog, like
you know,
imagine them doing it and there's less money overall. So like they have smaller numbers for the bids, but it just makes it a little bit more manageable for us as viewers. But like imagine one of the mystery buckets, number six or seven, a fucking idol.
that's what I mean.
Like
That's what they use. That's what they used to do. As an idol was the last one always, and they don't do it anymore. And I know Andy's like kind of like everyone's like, oh, Andy might be a dark horse. This guy couldn't even find scrolls that were literally
Andy's
slapping
a
him in the face.
whiny baby B word. Even though I dropped in a hard F bomb already, but like he's just so soft. I don't have any sympathy for him.
No.
They he's gonna realize when he's watching like they are featuring you as a kind of a joke, dude. You're not like if this isn't a hero's arc. If you end up winning, it's just gonna make the show look bad.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there was that one that was sitting on a rock, like literally like this mic in the middle of a clearing, and he didn't even see it, and it's purple. I'm like, what are
He walked by
you
like four or five.
doing,
The
dude?
camera work was great.
Yeah, the camera's like zoomed in on it. Genevieve's like, "Are you not gonna take it? I'll just take it this time."
What kind of idiot also pay attention to the camera people?
Yeah,
If you're walking and they're still holding it and you're walking and they're not following you with it, there's a good chance you should turn around. Like
it's,
no awareness.
yeah,
It was an okay episode. Like I said, Sam on the jury from the beginning, that'll be a good juror to have throughout, and he'll get to observe a lot. So, Sierra, excuse me,
yeah, yeah.
Sierra. Sorry, I
All right.
realized as I said that. Uh, but yeah, sad to miss out on a player like her. I thought she was cool, but it does break up an alliance, and let's see if that hunt continues. Like I said, we're covering a bunch of other shows. Check out our other playlists, and you will see everything. But until next time, for myself and Brian, peace.